Morning everyone, and welcome back to the garage. Although I've got a lot of work to do on the bikes, this morning I've decided to treat myself and do something a bit different. So I picked up this multi-tool on eBay, overpaid for it like I do with most things, and yeah, it obviously doesn't work. So I'm gonna have a look at it and attempt to fix it. Let's see how we go. So according to the eBay ad, it's a customer return, so it's fairly new. It's still in the original box. And the tool seems like it's got very little wear. It's quite nice actually. Just a few tiny marks on it, but yeah, it's quite new. If you look at the label there, it says week 27 of 2019. So it's about 2 years old then, but definitely didn't see much use. It's got a nice trigger. It's got the, I believe that's the speed adjuster there. Yeah, pretty nice. Let's put a battery in it and see what it does. As expected, it does nothing. So yeah, let's have a quick look at the tool before we take it apart. It's a nice color, I think. People generally dislike this Ryobi green, I find, but I think it's kind of nice. It's kind of neat. It's got a very nice rubber over molding. It's got a, it seems like it's a rubber covered head. It's definitely rubberized and it's detachable. Now these heads aren't actually made by Ryobi. They're made by Rigid. It's part of their Job Max or something like that set, where you can get different heads to do different things. But I don't think you can get them here in the UK. But yeah, it's an aluminium housing with a rubber molding over it, which is very nice. So yeah, we'll set this aside. Here we've got the tool. The motor's right at front. We've got a little gear here with the rubber cover on it. It's probably for damping, I guess. So right, let's stop talking and get on with it. There we go. We've got it apart. So yeah, it's a pretty nice molding. It's not very ribbed or reinforced, but it's fairly stiff. It's quite good. It's a PA6 GF30, so that's glass reinforced nylon. Yeah, I guess you could say there's definitely some glass in there. Could probably cut a bit off and feel it. Yep, definitely some glass in there. Got these nice rubber strips. These are glued on probably, but the outside must be an overmolding. Got just a couple of dots there to sustain it better. 3. Could probably find a few more if I looked hard enough. And they've got that's a pretty nice feature. They've almost got like dovetails in some places. Some dovetailed grooves to hold it in place. So yeah, pretty nice molding. We've even got the date stamps there, so I'm not sure how they marked them, but that seems like it's the 6th month of 2019, about when it was built. Yeah, makes sense. Good, set this apart and see what else is in here. Here it is, it's the motor. All the connections seem fine, nothing's broken. Let's give it another try. Nope, still nothing. I think what I'm gonna do is try to unplug this connector here. That's for the sensor and the LED light. There we go. Interestingly, now that I've unplugged the sensor, if you just listen closely while I press the button, you can actually hear the motor trying to spin or wanting to spin. One thing I want to do before I take it apart is let's see if we can just bypass it and make the motor spin. Right. It does spin, but it obviously doesn't quite like something. So yeah, I think we can unsolder the switch and see what happens. Looking for a Ryobi replacement switch, that's like half the cost of a brand new tool, so it's not really worth it. It's crazy money, I think, for what it is. So yeah, I would like to see what's inside this one, see if it's fixable or not. And as a backup, I bought this little Chinese switch, which is a bit bigger, but I think we can make it fit. This is made for a 7 to 24 volt tool. Yeah, 7.2 to 24 volt DC. Yeah, you can use this in a drill or something. It's got a reversible thing here, which we're not going to use. But yeah, this is the backup plan. If this fails, I'm going to try to use that. I'm probably going to have to cut a bit from these supports and use something else, but we'll see if we have to get there. Now while the soldering iron is heating up, you can look at the back of the motor and you can see that little red dot over there. That's meant to be the positive side, so when we solder the new switch on, we know where to put our positive lead. There we go, I've got the motor off. Let's see if we can spin it now. Hold the motor down and it works. Here's the one I intend to use. Got 2 leads for my motor. It's got its own LED light. And yeah, got 2 little funny angled tabs for a battery. No idea what battery they might be for. Do they fit a Ryobi? Look at that, they do. So we could just test our motor now. So we've got all our bits here. I'm not terribly fussed about this lock. I'm not going to use this anymore probably. So I have to take this trigger off. There it is. See if I can put this back together and compare the sizes. So it sticks out about the same, which is good. This one has a spring on the tip, which seems to fit here as well. It's not as good, but it's on it. I might have to cut this off, this plastic cover, reflector, whatever it is. Good. So we've got the switch in, which is nice. Just need to solder all the components now and make it work. Apologies for the interruption, my camera battery died, but at least I managed to do all the boring stuff in the meantime. So I've got the 2 halves cleaned up, they look a bit better, and I've done all the soldering. So I've soldered the terminals on the motor, replaced the connector that came with the switch with the Ryobi one, and also soldered the Ryobi LED light on because of this plastic surround on it. Bear in mind, this is it does matter which way you solder it, although both wires are black, one is thicker, that's the positive one. So yeah, let's put it back together. Right, let's give it a try. Right, we've done it. It works. We've got a not 100% original, but we've got a working tool we can use. Now, question, was it worth it? Not really. I paid about 28 for the tool itself, no battery, which yeah, I guess we can all agree I've overpaid for that. Paid about £6 for the switch. It was about 35-ish for a original Ryobi one, but I paid about I'll put it somewhere on the screen. It's about £6 for the screen. Was it worth it? Well, not really. If you really want this tool, you might as well just get a new one, which might break. But don't know, I guess it was fun. Something meaningful to do with your time, maybe, or however you want to justify it. But yeah, I'm fairly happy with the result. I can add another tool on my pile, which is always great. So yeah, thanks for watching and hope to see you again next time.